Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Ross here, and another Witcher 3 video. Today's video is going to be on 10 tips that I think everyone should know while playing Witcher 3. Now, they are in no particular order of ranking. Tip 1 is just as important as tip 7 in my book, but these are just general tips that I hope will help you enjoy the game and get the most out of your Witcher 3 experience. So let's start with tip number 1. Tip 1. Use your quick save function. F5 lets you save at any point as long as you're not in combat or doing some strange things. Tip number 2 is know your enemy. I'm going against a Echimera right now, which is a form of vampire, and I have the Devil's Puffball, as well as Igni, and as well as Vampire Oil on my sword. So I will be the most prepared for this. Also, I have Superior Swallow, which heals me, and then this one grants me immunity to poisons. So all these together will help me defeat the vampire the best I can. Tip number 3, meditate. Use your backspace button on the keyboard or meditate on your other games, but you go to meditation and only have to meditate for 1 hour. This not only restores your health to full, but also uses any kind of alcohol to restock your potions. Potions are permanent. You cannot have more than what you can have, so the limits are 3, and if you actually spec for it, you can actually get 4. But if you go throughout, you can see that you already have this item. It's a permanent item, you can't lose it, just the same with bombs, and it will be restocked with any strong alcohol that you have. So meditate and gain back the health instead of eating 50 chickens and 20 waters. Tip 4 is seriously use your Witcher senses and loot everything. You have a sturdy barn key right here, and it kind of leads to more things that you can find. But every single area that you go, spend that a couple extra minutes using that Witcher sense and actually figure out where you can go. And it can just help you find something new. So let's see what we find new in this tip. And using Witcher senses. And, oh, diamond dust, and string, and silk, and a clue. So, what's the next tip? Tip number 5 is just run places. You never know what you're going to discover. This is a cave. I don't know what's in it, but you never know what's going to be in it. And it's fun exploring. So sometimes just get off your horse and try some things. And just wander around. Tip number 6 is use your Witcher skill as you're sailing, and you might find some shipwrecks. So let's go see what we can get. Okay, coming on the shipwreck, and if we can get lower. Okay, by the shipwreck, and what do we get? Gauntlets and diagrams and torn out pages. Yay! Tip number 7 is clear abandoned sites. Now this one has drowners, but we're going to easily get right through it. And then once we do, it's actually going to set in a chain of events that will actually show people come moving back in. And now it's all cleared, and now people come back in. Now what typically happens is when you actually clear this, you'll have a merchant. And the merchant sometimes, keynote sometimes, has a special thing to sell, a special plan, a special sword, something. So let's check out, and here is our merchant that has come out of nowhere, and let's see if he has anything. And
wouldn't mind a look at your stuff.
And he doesn't really have anything, but he does have the greater runestone here, which 5% intensity, which is 531 coin, but you know what? They're rare, so I'm going to buy it. So, on to the next tip.
Help, save me. I'm dying of poverty.
Tip number 8 is just listen to your surroundings. Some hilarious things are being said. You know, help, I'm dying of poverty. Is this, I find very, you know, funny. Maybe a little fucked up for that I find it funny, but it is definitely funny. And these things are being said all the time around you. So take it in. Take in the atmosphere of the entire world that is Witcher 3. Tip number 9 is level up your Axii sign. Axii sign leveling up can be found under Character tab. Go to Signs on the far right hand side called Delusion. What this does is it opens up a lot of different dialogue options that you actually get experience for. Let's check it out.
Greetings. I'm Mr. Sucrus's collector. Come to get...
Mr. Sucrus, the man's a boor. I do not deal with illiterate peasants. Tell him I'll pay just as soon as palm trees sprout on Skellige.
As you can see, we have a sign right there. We can choose number 1.
Palm trees have sprouted on
and you get
Skellige.
40 experience every single time. Now, this doesn't help you level up a lot of times, like it's only 40 experience, but is definitely worthwhile getting.
Redeemable at the Vivaldi's bank? Yes, I'm on my way.
So you can see we didn't have to fight, and it gives us a different option of how to complete quests, and also will help you in the world not only get your way, and also avoid combat sometimes, because sometimes combat is not always warranted. So, on to the next tip. The 10th and final tip is to enjoy the scenery that this game actually gives you. We can see here a lovely sunset in Novigrad, and we can actually see the sun reflections in the water. This is amazing that this game has such high detailed graphics. We can even see the mountain range way in the back, and the sun is illuminating not only that, but we can see the shadows being cast. So take the time and actually, you know, sit back and enjoy the amazing graphics that this game has. So I hope you guys enjoyed the 10 tips that I've given you in this video. If you did enjoy it, please hit that like button. It means a lot to me. As always though, I'm the Flying Ross, and I'll check you guys next time.